doing this on purpose. What? Never love and hail. It is a damn. We need to get our best web developer and call it Spider-Man. Thanks. What did you last hear? Because I went on a rant, um, and I need to talk to my children for real. Slight breeze, internet crashes. I know. You know, when I moved into this house, I got AT&T, and I was like, oh yeah, because that's faster internet. Apparently, they haven't met me and my children. I wish I could. I honestly, I wish I could afford to go up on the next tier, just because of. Um, I wish I could afford to go up to the next tier, just because I feel like it'd be a little bit more stable. I'd have a little bit more bandwidth. I just can't. So sorry, guys. Um, I know Dandelion's that's stronger than this internet connection. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. If I could control the hamster wheels of the internet. We also have we had some really bad storms yesterday. Also, they're doing a lot of construction across right out of my neighborhood. They're building a whole set of apartment complexes over there. They're building a whole new office building. So I have a feeling that a lot of my internet issues is also because of that. So there's that, because my internet issues really started happening when the construction really started happening. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of your. That is so sexy, Asta. Tell me you're a tech girl without telling me you're a tech girl. I wish I had that. I do not have that. I have one G, 1G up, 1G down. um, I wish I did. I really, really, really wish I could go up to the next level. I cannot afford it. But I have a lot of devices. I really made this a smart home, so it's really bogged down my internet a lot. With as many devices, my kids, it's worse when my kids are here, just because, you know. Oh, are we all whipping out our internet speeds now? all internet speeds, all internet speeds are valid. They get you here. They all get you where you want to go. It just depends on how long it takes you. I mean, honestly, if I had more followers and subscribers, then I could probably afford to bump my internet speed up. But that means I would have to stream more. So we are just going to settle with this and be content with what we have. But Calvino, did you hear what kind of car? My long rant of what kind of car I have and what I like. Nope. Okay. All right. Fuck, because that was a lot. Okay. So my favorite car is the 1960s Corvette Stingray. Um, I know. I have realized after doing a lot of I've done a lot of research and just random knowledge in general, Asta, and I hear like America has like the worst internet. Like, other than obviously third world countries, but like as a first world problem, like we have the worst internet. But we also have really shitty healthcare too. So there's that. But we're not going to get into all that politics. We have just really shitty pretty much everything because we pay for our freedom. For a country that spouts the American dream and all this freedom, we sure have to pay for it a lot. Um, anyway, yes, I like, but I like all of the 60s and 70s sports cars. That is what I was saying. I like the look of them. There's something about them, something about the style. I do not like driving the Corvette, any Corvette. Um, I think the front end's too long. I've driven a couple, but I like to look at them. It's like the beautiful girl. It's like the beautiful person. You don't want to date them. You just like looking at them. You want to touch them, but you don't want to commit to them. That's how I feel about the Corvette Stingrays. I think that they are beautiful. I used to have a saying, "Nothing makes me wet quite like a vet." Yeah. There's actually a auto shop right outside my work because we work in a complex, a little warehouse complex, and there's a auto shop that specializes in classic cars and they specialize in Corvettes. And so there was one time there was like five of them sitting out there, and I was like, so like me and my coworker went out there and we're just like, we're not going to touch them. We're just going to look at them. So yeah, I like the 1960s and 70s sports cars, because I like, just the, that era, just, it's the look of the car. It is just the look, the shape of the car. It is something about it is just, it feels powerful and sleek all at the same time. And that's what I like about them. So, but yeah, the Corvette, the Chevy Corvette Stingray, that is my car. I The modern ones, like they went through an ugly period. Like in the 80s and 90s, they went through an ugly period for sure. The Corvettes did, but I think the and even in the early aughts, but I think the most recent uh, versions of the Corvette, they're modern, obviously, but I think I like these so much better than I did for the past like 15, 20 years. So that's my favorite car. Y'all have any random questions for me? It doesn't even have to be mental health related. Like, you can ask me random questions like that, like what my favorite car is. I realize that we talk a lot about my mental health, that I usually volunteer a lot of information. But I realize that you guys don't get asked questions about me. Um, Obviously, I'm going to, again, reserve my right to keeping some things private, but a lot of things I will be open to answer. If not, I'm going to pull out, like, we've been going for an hour, so I'll give it another 15, 20 minutes if y'all don't have, oh, nice, Asta. What has been your favorite hair color? That is a good question. Honestly, I think because I've had it jet black. My natural hair color is this color. Maybe a little more a lighter. When I was younger, it was actually lighter and more red, because of my mixed ethnicity. And it was red, obviously. Um, I would have to say my favorite hair color has been when I was in high school, before I started dyeing my hair, and I mean, now I'm dyeing it my natural color. Like this is my natural hair color. So you don't see the roots growing out. Um, this is my natural because it's darkened over time. But when I was in high school, it was it was very chestnut brown, very chestnut, like between a dark, like a chocolate chestnut, and it in the summer when I was out a lot, it would get the blonde streaks in it. My hair was much lighter then, so I would have to say that would be my favorite hair color that I've ever had. The red was nice. I think the red was a phase. The red also damaged my hair a lot. But yeah, I have to think that my hair being chestnut. I went through that goth jet black hair phase, and I thought I just looked so hot. It's like the thin eyebrows. At the time, it seemed like a good idea. Not so much. At least the red I felt more like a little bit more like I could pull that off. The black hair color, I thought I was pulling that off until I saw pictures of myself. Again, like the eyebrows. No, somebody didn't tell me. Everybody seemed to like the red though. A lot of people like the red hair color. Asta, were you around here for when I was a redhead? I mean, that was a while ago. I know. I remember Calvin. I will never forget because I turned redhead not long after I moved in here. So I was still streaming with BSBN. It was before the changeover. And I remember when I first popped in online and you're like, everybody lost their minds. Everybody lost their minds when I went redhead. And I was like, oh, look at all this attention. And I went through varying shades of red. Um, and then I settled in on a really good red color that I stuck with for a while, and then it became a lot of maintenance because my hair is so dark. It was a lot of lightening and then dyeing, and I couldn't go. I had every 6 weeks. It was so much maintenance, and it just fried my hair. And I was just like I debated for a very long time before I went back to my natural hair color, whether I was going to do it because I really did. I liked the red, but I felt like it was I wanted to give my hair a break. Bless its heart. I did purple hair for a long time. I forgot about that. I did purple. I liked purple. I did the purple and red, like blood red streaks in my hair. One right before con the first time, and then I went purple for months after that, like a deep, like black violet purple, which was really really pretty. I liked that. I would do that. I've debated about doing purple again. I'm just not in the mood. You have to be in a mood for that. And I don't think I'm in that mental headspace right now. Red Dragon just hits different. I know. I don't even know if I have pictures. Do I have pictures? Oh, I know I do. Oh, it's in the video too. For those of you who stick around for the video. But you know what? Let's pull up some pictures. If you got them, flaunt them. You know. Where's pictures of my cat? So I just asked ChatGPT, what other questions? This one says, okay, here's a question. What fandom that I'd like to ask the audience, and I'll answer it obviously, but what fandom feels like home to you? What thing do you feel is just your home? That is your home fandom. That's a very good question. And for those of you who don't know, um, my home fandom is it used to be Harry Potter, then Doctor Who, um, and yeah, and then Fallout, and now I'm currently in a Star Trek phase. I'm in a deep Star Trek phase. Um, Star Trek and Fallout, yeah. Same. And what the fuck? Did you ever look at things and go, what the hell? What the hell? But Star Trek right now is my thing. I'm here for it. I am loving it. I'm loving the new Star Trek. It is definitely one of my favorites. European football and WoW. I know we had this discussion. I know you had this discussion with Sean about European football. I don't know. Like that's not a sport that I've gotten into. Like I've watched it. I've been to games. I know that they are exciting and they have things. But for me, it's just not a sport that I've gotten into. I don't get into hockey either. I've watched hockey. Hockey is very similar to to football, except it's on ice. But yeah, okay. But it seems fun, and it's actually my sister and her in-laws. They are the whole family is into soccer. They are deep into. They actually were in like some professional leagues, a couple of them. So it's fun, but. Fallout for sure, and fighting games and anime. But Asta, I want to know. I know that you're deep into WoW. What is it about WoW that you love? I think especially when you're part of a fandom like Jay and Calvino and I, like we're a part of Fallout. But we all love Fallout for different reasons. So what is it about WoW that you really really like? I know that you've been there. You've been playing it for a very very long time. So I'm just curious, what is it about WoW that you love so much? Um, and I'm about to show you redheaded Anna because everybody wants to know that haven't been here before. And even if you don't, it's fine. That's a very big picture. Me as a redhead. There you go. That was the dark auburn red. I look tired too. There you go. Me as a redhead. Yep. I can lose my sorrows for a while when I play Alice with some of my close friends in WoW. That's awesome. I mean, and I can't forget BJJ also. Of course. Hi, bud. Ooh, okay. Here's some questions I will answer, and we'll finish up here. Um, what what is your most irrational pet peeve? Irrational pet peeve. I have a lot of pet peeves. Uh, and I know we've talked about this before on stream. My most irrational pet peeve. All my pet peeves are rational. Of course they are, Pep Pep. Of course your pet peeves are rational. My most irrational pet peeve is, oh my God, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it when there's like a group of chairs and they are like askew or they're just left there. I can't. If they're at a conference table, they all need to be pushed in and neat. Or if they're not pushed in, they need to be all the same. Like, or if they're sitting against a wall, they need to be right. Like, I can't stand it when chairs are not like, even at my kitchen table, like my girls will leave the chairs all askew and I'm like, I can't. I have to straighten them out. I don't, there's no reason. No reason. I have tried. I have tried to figure out what that is, but it is just a pet peeve of mine. I will do it at other people's houses. I will do it at office buildings. I will do it at work. I will do it at home. I just can't take it. I can't take it. I can't. I can't. Ah. Yes. People who leave the big shopping carts in the middle of the aisle and walk away more than a few feet. Oh, yeah, that's a bad one. It's the vampire inside. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one of my pet peeves. Lights on in a room that no one's in. Say that for Pep Pep in the back, Calvino. Say that one for Pep Pep in the back. And my children. Yes, it's a pet peeve of mine too. um, Here's another one of mine. It drives me nuts. And this one I do know where it came from. This one I do know where the source of this pet peeve came from. Messy collars and ties, like that are askew or flipped up or not straight. I it's like flames in my face. I can't. Oh. And this all comes from my dad and my grandfather, my Filipino grandfather. They were all my dad being a naval officer, and my grandfather always wore suits and ties. He was always immaculately dressed. He didn't have a job. Well, he sort of did, but I mean, regardless, they were always immaculately dressed. They were always, and especially with my dad, and it sort of bled over into the fact that I was in marching band, and everything had to look straight and the same, and it had to be neat, and so cannot stand it when somebody's collar is askew or their tie is not straight or they're not oh, I will literally go up and go, can I I've learned to ask for consent now. I used to not. I used to just literally walk up to people and just straighten their ties, like, and straighten their collars without asking to touch them. Now that I've gotten older, I've learned that I ask for permission. Now I'm like, can I straighten your collar, please? Is it okay? Like, it is driving me nuts. And like, I'll ask permission. 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes. I very rarely have somebody going no, or they'll straighten it themselves. And yeah, that'll be fine. But like, yeah, oh, it's like, it was tasty. It's like fire, skin. It's like my whole skin crawls. Calvino, I've been turning off Pep Pep's light. Every time I visit, I'm constantly turning. Ask him about his garage and his pantry right now. $20. $20 says either his garage or his pantry lights are on right now, if not both of them. If it's both of them, I get $5 extra. But I'll lay down 20. One of those two things are on right now. Told you. I told you. Oh, I've known that man way too long. But so that's an irrational pet peeve. Some people don't care, and it's fine. But yeah, the tie and the collar thing that drives me nuts. Oh, no, Calvino, fun fact. Here's another fun fact. With Sean, one time, him and I literally got into a fight about it, a fight. So I made a deal with him. I said, do it my way for a month. And then when you get your power bill, I want to compare it and see which one of us is right. And if I am wrong, then you can continue doing however it is, but do it my way for a month. Which I is like, turn all your lights out when you're not in the room, do all the things, set the schedule, whatever. And guess what? His power bill went down. Imagine that. He had to eat crow that day. Pantry on, garage off. Okay, well, there's my $20. It's fine. Hi, bug. Why don't you brush your hair and your teeth and we'll go out when I'm done streaming. Okay? So here is a question. Like, I'm literally leading this list of questions. There's very dragon specific. It's weird. Why the dragon? What does being a dragon mean to you emotionally? What's your dragon hoard that's not money? What's your dragon's weakness? And if you leveled up recently, what stat increase? And what's your current side quest? I feel like these are good ones to end on, because this is one that is why the dragon? Well, for those of you who don't know, the reason that I am the dragon is because 2 or 3 years ago, back when we were with the BSBN, I was streaming with another content creator, and we were talking about starting a D&D campaign. And I said, talking about building characters, because we've been trying to start a D&D campaign for literally 5 years. We've been trying to get one going. Here's my hope. My hope is we're going to at least start a D&D campaign, or at least a Fallout RPG campaign. Here's my hope. I've been praying for this. If not, I'm going to start a solo stream where I'm doing it myself. I don't know. But I got very adamant that, like, we're creating characters and we were talking about it. And I said, I want to be the dragon. It's Dungeons and Dragons. And he's like, well, you can be Dragonborn. I said, I don't want to be Dragonborn. I want to be the dragon. And he got super angry or frustrated. I know that half of it was for entertainment and he wasn't super frustrated, but I stood my ground. I was very much like, no, it is Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to be the goddamn dragon, not Dragonborn, not partial dragon. I want to be the dragon. And somehow it stuck. I was very adamant that I was going to be the dragon, not Dragonborn, the dragon. Fast forward to 5 years later, and here I am, the dragon. Even Bear, he was heading up because he was doing D&D for D, and he was like, I have figured out a storyline how you can be the dragon, and I was like, sweet. So it just stuck. And what does being a dragon mean to you emotionally? Dragons are very I think that they're very misunderstood. I think that there's two camps, that the dragons are the bad. Like, they're bad, they're evil, they're out to attack and destroy the villages and burn the villages down, and they're the end game. They're the bad boss. You end the game by fighting the dragon. That is the end game. You fight the bad boss, the big bad monster. The BBEG, big bad evil guy. And that's the dragon. Or you have those people that like romanticize dragons, like Game of Thrones and all of this stuff. But I think that I feel like, honestly, if you really, really think about it, how deeply ingrained dragons are in culture both the Eastern culture and the Western culture. There's a lot about them um, that just means so much to both cultures, I think, globally. And I think for me, emotionally, it's holding that strength, that strength within yourself. I think emotionally as the dragon, like I take no shit. Like I am protective of what is mine. I am protective of what is my family. I am protective of what I find precious and valuable, which is very much me. And I also think that dragons are misunderstood. I think that they are creatures. It depends on where you meet them and how you meet them is the type of dragon that you get. Um, you come at them just fucking arms ablazing and attack them, and you're not approaching them with respect. I think that you're gonna meet the evil dragon that's going to destroy the whole village, or come at you, or you meet them with respect. And I think if you meet them with a sense of reverence, that you meet a totally different creature. And I think that's very much what it means to be the dragon emotionally. What's your dragon hoard that's not money? Pick a hobby. Pick a fucking hobby. I just got rid of like 2/3 of my closet. I have I love handbags. Oh, it's bad. I have too many bags. I love bags. I love bags. I always love bags and shoes. For somebody who wears the same rotating set of like five, like 3 pairs of flip flops and 2 pairs of like tennis shoes, I have so many pairs of heels and high heeled boots, and I have so many shoes. I really feel it's the Filipino in me, but that's a stereotype, which is not far off. So yeah, I have a lot of nerd stuff. I mean, pick a horde. I got a lot of them. They're in piles. What's your dragon's weakness? I think my dragon's weakness would be my family. And I don't mean just like the people I'm related to. I mean the family that I have forged. And that is a strength and a weakness. Um, I think my forged family is I will do anything to protect them, and I will do anything for them, and I will go to the ends of the earth, and I will scorch miles and miles of land. I will go scorched earth for them, and I think that is a strength and a weakness. Because times it stops me from seeing reason a lot of times, and I have to really fight against that. If you leveled up recently, what stat increased? Wisdom. I think if I've leveled up on anything recently, wisdom. Yeah. And what's my current side quest? Surviving. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm on a side quest right now. Durability. I don't think I have a side quest right now. My side quest. I need to do that. I've been putting it off only because of one, I was sick. Two, with the my gym shut down for a couple weeks because they were actually getting new equipment, and also it got really, really busy at work, and so I've just been working through lunch because I usually go work out at lunch. But now, and also I hate working out over the new year. I hate working out over the new year because everybody's going to the gym for like January. The month of January is the worst because everybody's doing their New Year's resolutions. It's about this time of year, yeah, that everybody sort of falls off. And it's safe to go back to the gym numbers aren't anymore. at a more reasonable level. Oh yeah, and with oldest hatchling having Crohn's, I understand now. I have Calvino a better understanding of sort of some of the things that you're going through. Maybe not exactly what you're going through because Crohn's is very different for every person. But I have an understanding now, at least when you say certain things about what you mean, and so I get. I can absolutely empathize with the struggle that you're going through. So I hope that we can get you on a path of healing very quickly. So, but I have faith. You've bounced back before, so I do have faith in that. So are there any last questions before I wrap this up of this random solo Ask Me Anything stream, which I sort of asked myself. So sorry about that. I've sort of just been on what I used to call the random ramblings of a Roogs. I don't want to call it the random ramblings of our Roogs anymore. We just call them the analogs. That's punny right there. And Pep's proud. You've upped your pun game lately. I've had time to sit in my bed. Fuck, marry, kill classic monsters? Is that what that means? Is that what you're asking? Yes. Okay. Okay. What classic monsters though? Classic monsters are like, are we talking Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, or are we talking more general like vampire, werewolf, like, or what are we talking here? Because that varies. That varies. All right. I'll just type it in. Give me a list and I'll choose. Okay, so it gives me a very generic list. Okay, got it. So here are the generic list: vampires, werewolves, Frankenstein's monster, mummies, ghosts, or zombies. Vampire. Okay, vampire, wolves, Frankenstein. Okay, marry a vampire because you will never find any creature more dedicated to you once they fall in love with you more than a vampire. Fuck a werewolf because, yeah, um, Team Jacob. And then Frankenstein's monster, if I had to, I think, okay. And here's why I would say unalive Frankenstein's monster, only because, yes, he became sentient. Yes, he get that, but he was created without his consent. It was a life led and was not consent. And I feel like that would be more merciful personally, because there was a lot of conflict, but that is my FMK for that. So marry the vampire, fuck the werewolf, unalive Frankenstein's monster, or zombies, Either that the K is off. Tana J, what is the most impactful mindset change you've made since started waking up? Oh, okay, now hitting hard. All right, now Jay's coming for violence. My most impactful mindset change. Um, I think it comes back to full circle. My biggest mindset change is I no longer am trying to project a idea of myself that is healed or is healing or is in a place or that I have all the answers. Um, I was I was very opinionated. I'm thinking back to all of the previous waking ups, and we did start as a religious podcast, and it was very geared towards that and that trauma. Um, and I think my mindset of trying to, and I think this is in my life, like my whole life, but I stopped feeling and thinking that I should have all the answers and that I should project myself into a way of perfection. And be more authentic with where I'm at. And some days are better than others. And my shortcomings, being more honest about my shortcomings and my emotions and the authenticity of that. I think that's been the most impactful. I think for me, I think for my content in general, because and not, I think finding that balance between in the authenticity, finding the balance of I'm not a victim, I'm also not a villain. That life isn't always bad and it isn't always good. I think in that authenticity mindset of being real and with myself and with you guys, like today. I was talking about how I was feeling anxious and I don't fucking know why. I mean, and I feel like in the past, I would have tried to overanalyze it. I would have tried to, go get to the root problem. I would try to, pull things out of the air. I would try to feel like I was really in this hardcore mental health, like warrior type mindset. And I think I have over the years and over time, have accepted the discomfort of being imperfect. And on top of that, I'm not over here going, see, I'm broken, I'm broken, I'm broken. I'm just like you. But I also try to say, well, here, find the balance of the good and the bad, which is authentic to me. I talk about the good things as well as the bad things. And I think meeting this channel, my channel, Nerd Mom Ace, my brand, who I am, I think just overall in the mindset of how I approach our content, what we talk about on Sundays. Like even when I was feeling bad when last time I was here with Sean, like I'm no longer out to be perfect. If we're going to talk about something, let's talk about it real and honestly and openly and admit when we're wrong, admit when we're right, set up our boundaries, call out toxic behaviors unabashedly, but at the same time, meeting that with compassion. I think meeting my community with that compassion as well, going, guys, I am not perfect. Please do not put me on this pedestal. But also sharing my accomplishments, and just meeting y'all openly and authentically, and accepting you guys openly, authentically. I think that has been the most impactful change on waking up, and how I approach my content, our content. And I feel like that's changed how I've streamed, how I talk to you guys, how I show up for streaming. Honestly, I feel like I don't feel as drained after I stream. I used to feel very, very, very incredibly drained after I streamed, which I was streaming 4 days a week, so I was pretty burnt out. And because I was constantly putting on a face and projecting whatever the topic was doing, and I don't feel that anymore. Yeah. So I hope they had answered the question. That was a little rambling, but any other questions, comments, concerns, curse words? When I see you, I'm hugging you on site. Of course, I hope so. Sorry, I was talking to my hatchlings. So anyway, thank you for sitting with me in this impromptu solo stream. I'm gonna go. My hatchlings have been hovering. They want to go out and do something. So I'm gonna go spend some time with them. Hopefully, maybe this will distract me from my anxiety. But I want you to know that you guys are amazing. I know I've been absent and a little spotty from streaming just because of health issues and work and stuff like that. But here I am. I am feeling better mentally. I'm almost there. I am not quite. I have still got mentally and emotionally. I'm slowly crawling out. You're amazing, and I'm just me, and you're just me, and you're being you is amazing, just as you are. But my kids are over here clocking it. You're clocking it. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna go. Pep, I am pretty sure you are still streaming your Let's Build with Pep at Dorian Sombra, and that is tonight at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. I always get that wrong. I always feel like 6:30 Central, so it's not, but it is 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. Yes, and Let's Build is tonight. Due to my illness and a lot of time in bed, I've already built mine. I kept saying, Sean's going to be so pissed. Sean's going to be so pissed. Sean's going to be so pissed. Build a saucer that looks like a straight line. I promise you, I told you the saucer was the most complicated part because it didn't make sense. And the instructions don't 100% make sense. So, yeah. But, and see right here. Oh, I don't know. See right here. That would be Toothless. I had a Toothless set that Nora put together while I was putting together the Star Trek one. And then Chloe at the same time, we were, it was literally family Legos. They were sitting in the floor of my bedroom while I was sitting in the bed. And then Chloe wants to show you. Chloe built the Christmas hot chocolate stand, which is super, super duper cute. It is adorbs.
That is not. Do not make that happen.
So yes, so Nora put together Toothless, while I put together the Enterprise, and Chloe put together that. So yes, we like building Legos together. It's something that we do as a family. But that's tonight on Pep's channel, Sean's channel, and at Dorian Sombra. And that is 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. He is working on the saucer, which is it's something. This thing is a massive build. Yeah. And so that's tonight. Tuesday is going to be on team_AOA. That is 3 bards and a dragon. Eventually, we're going to have all 4 of us together on a regular basis. But last week it was the Curse of the HOA, which was really interesting, by the way. Sean, way to go. But that is our 3 bards and a dragon, which is our RPG podcast where we let the D20 make all our decisions, run and ruin our lives. Chloe Bird, your flashlight is on and in my face. So that is on Tuesdays at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Yes, so that will be on Tuesday, and whoop, whoop. I think that's it. Again, nearing the end of February, we have been in discussions. We are planning on doing a D&D campaign. Bear has some things written up. He's tweaking it. He's getting some things together. So we're setting a date, because to him, if we don't set a date, he won't do it. Like, he's got to, because his ADD brain, he's got to have a date. So we are going to set a date in March. We're going to start our D&D campaign. Finally, 6 goddamn years in the making. It's fine. Actually, 5 years in the making. But yeah. Con Carolinas is coming up. Sean actually just got out of a Con Carolinas meeting. That will be in May. That is on May 29th. Yeah, May 29th through the 31st. And you can use the code Team AOA to get 25% off your weekend passes, which is a huge deal. That is a big chunk. Is that 25% off your weekend passes? So if you're in the Charlotte area, May 29th through the 31st, come see us. It'll be Team AOA, me, Jay, Sean, and a couple other people. I am pretty sure a couple other people are coming with us, and we're going to be at Con Carolinas. We'll be doing 3 bards and a dragon. We'll be on a bunch of panels, and we will also have our table set up just like we did last year. We'll be streaming from there, so it's a good time. They are great people. It's a great con. So please join us if you're in the Charlotte area then. And yeah, so Team AOA when you go purchase your weekend passes. So, and with that, I have little hatchlings that have literally been hovering for the past 15 minutes. So I'm going to call it a day. You guys have a great Sunday, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Did you really just high five over me?
No, we didn't.
Okay, we're live.
Hey.
Hello.
You don't even do that well from the front seat. Okay.
The bear is coming with the carpet spoon.
That's a straight up PBR for the table.
Yeah.
I think it called.
She ain't judging us at all.
Did you really just high five over me?
No, we didn't.
Okay, we're live.
Hey.
Hello.
You don't even do that well from the front seat. Okay.
The bear is coming with the carpet spoon.
That's a straight up PBR for the table.
Yeah.
I think it called.
She ain't judging.